pull on this. Whoa. At first glance and a little bit of a distance, it looks like my yard is coming in very well. Unfortunately, it's not. Let's take a little bit closer look. When you get up here and really start looking around, you can see it's not coming in at all. Yeah, sure, there's a few patches here and there, and then right along that edge it's coming in fairly decent, but just take a look around how it's so spotty and everything. And not even to mention all of that down through there and even over there, way over there. There's almost no grass growing anywhere down there. This top section where I'm standing, I seeded it last fall, and the grass started to grow last fall, then it turned cold and snowed. And then I seeded it again this spring. And the seed has been down this spring for about 2 months now. And it's hardly growing. I'm guessing maybe 50% germination rate. I wasn't thinking, but Alaska soil, especially in this part of Alaska, is very acidic. It is very, very acidic. And then you have 4, 5, 6 inches of good soil that is very acidic, and then you have another 1.5 to 2 feet of sandy clay, which is absolutely has nothing, no nutrients or anything in it. That's what this whole area is, and all down there is those two just all mixed up together. And then like some of this is virgin ground, but it has some of that sandy clay mixed in on top and things like that. And then down there where nothing is really growing is all that sandy clay with that thin layer of good nutrients mixed into it. So to remedy this situation, I ran to town yesterday and bought a few things. Let's go over to my truck and I'll show you. Yep. I picked up 2 20-pound bags of good grass seed. I picked up 2 25-pound bags of pelletized lime. And I picked up 2 25-pound bags of fertilizer, which is 8-32-16 mix, and it's specifically for new lawns and gardens. And then to spread this out, instead of throwing it out by hand, I picked up a spreader. Right here, a little walk behind spreader. It's a Scott's turf builder. Hopefully it works building my turf. I'm not sure which one to start with. I am planning on putting out all 3 today, so I guess it really doesn't matter. Let's start with the fertilizer, the 8-32-16 combination. Pelletized lime kind of just looks like little gray and almost like salt crystals mixed together. I thought for sure 2 bags of palletized lime would do my whole yard. Unfortunately, it did about half, maybe a little bit more, maybe 2/3. I guess this week when I'm in town, I'm gonna pick up a couple more bags, probably 3 more bags, and do the outer areas like over here, and then down there kind of in the trees a little bit, and over by my wood pile and stuff, and probably just get the main section a little bit more again. Well, nothing left to do with the palletized lime since it's all gone. Let's move on to the fertilizer. Unfortunately, I need at least 2 more bags of fertilizer also, maybe 3. The stuff doesn't go very far when you're putting down a heavy coat of it. Let's get to the grass seed. I'm officially out of fertilizer, lime, and grass seed. So this part of the job is done until I go to town, but I plan on going to town tomorrow to buy something for the next part in this video. You'll just have to wait and see. It's a new day here on the homestead, and I bought a new toy. Let's check it out real quick before we use it. I bought a Stihl, I know that's backwards, but it's FS 131 weed whacker, and this particular one I can put all kinds of different blades on it. So I got this one, which is a brush cutter. I have another one that is a metal blade like this, but it's for grass. I can put the string trimmer on, and what's even cooler, I can put a saw blade on this thing and use it as a saw blade to cut down small trees and stuff. I can't wait to try that one out. But right now, we're gonna try this out, and let me show you where I need to use it. So right here is a good example. You see all these little trees and saplings growing up? I might leave that one right there, but I'll cut down that one over there. I'll cut down all this little stuff growing up out of around. But I think I'll leave that one. That way you got a little group of trees right here. And then I want to clear a lot of this out. Over here, clear over around the cabin here. Like, look at all this underbrush and stuff all out over through here. Cut down that grass that's growing there, get that mowed. Cut out a lot of this underbrush. So I'm really excited to give it a shot. So let's fire this sucker up and try it out. I do have a harness for this, and I have a hard hat with earmuffs that I will be wearing, and I got my boots on. I am wearing shorts, but it is what it is. I've never started this up yet. They did start it up at the store before I took it home, so hopefully I can get it started. I believe all I do is turn it there and then pull on this. Whoa! That pulled a lot easier than what I thought. I love how this thing works. It is awesome. Let's cut some more. I've used my first full tank of gas. Let's fill it back up if I can get this thing off. Nice thing is, since I have Stihl chainsaws and the Stihl weed whacker, it uses the exact same gas mixture. Man, the mosquitoes are bad, even though I got my mosquito magnet out there working. And I bet it's caught 5,000 mosquitoes already. That thing is just full of mosquitoes. They're still bad. They're all over here. Let's get back to work. Wow, does my new toy work amazing or what? That brush cutter blade just rips through the saplings and the underbrush and all that type of stuff. Do you guys ever use one? Let me know in the comments. And what do you prefer? What kind of blade do you prefer on your weed whackers? Well, now that that is done, we got one more thing to take care of, and it's right here. That's right, more grass seed, palletized lime, and fertilizer. I was not happy with the coverage I got earlier, so I went out and got some more. Let's get this spread out. That's another job done, and boy is it hot out here. Wow, even with this breeze, I bet it's 70-75 degrees out here, which is extremely hot for Alaska. That feels, I'd say, easily 80-85 in the lower 48. So this job is done. Let's see here, I spread out 5 bags of fertilizer, 4 bags of palletized lime, and I think in total about 5 bags of grass seed on this yard. And this is about 1/3 of an acre. Unfortunately, the soil is just absolutely horrible. Like I said, very little good soil. Most of it's sandy clay, and it's high acidic value, so the grass isn't growing all that well. Hopefully it starts growing now.